Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday, and welcome to Relationship Communications Weekly Live. I'm Lisa DeToffel, your host, and today we're going to talk about stop worrying about people who are not worried about you. Okay, let me rephrase that. We're going to talk about stop worrying about people who are not worried about you. Got a lot of info to share with you about that, but a few other things to share before we dive into our topic, okay? For those of you that are joining us for the first time, I'm the founder of Relationship Communications, where I coach and mentor established and aspiring professionals to create and grow and scale their network. Relationship Communications Weekly Live is the tactical and practical show we do every week, every Friday morning at the same time at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you'll put that on your calendar and join us. I would love to hear from you as you're coming in. If you're joining me live here today, please say hello. Let me know where you're coming in from. And if you are watching this later, please do use hashtag replay to let me know that you're watching this later. We are streaming in different areas. We're all over Facebook and on YouTube. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified every time that we do go live. Now, we are sponsored by Tiger Eye Solution. And at Tiger Eye Solution, we work with speakers, coaches, and professionals to help them grow their business. And so they can enjoy being the CEO and do what they love to do within their business. And we do this virtually and in our online community. And so I think I do have a visitor joining us here live. Hello, Mr. Robert Jordan. So glad that you could join me live today. Hope you're having a great Friday. But before we dive into our topic today, I do want to share with you a little bit about myself. Those of you that are new may not know who I am, so I'd like to share a little bit about me. So this was me over 5 years ago as a preschool teacher. This was the last classroom I was a part of prior to starting my first business, Tiger Eye Solution. I really enjoyed my time with the children. I worked as a teacher for over 25 years. So there was a lot of children that I got to meet, interact with, and help them get started on their education journey. Also, I got to build relationships with those children because as a teacher, you do have to get to know those children on a deeper level so that you can teach them in a way that they're going to learn what you want them to learn, right? Well, I brought that skill with me into my business as well because I now still build relationships. I network on a regular basis and meet new people all the time and build my network. And that's really important as a business owner and as a professional is to really make an intentional effort to build your network because that's really going to be a great supporting way to build your business. Those that you are building those relationships with through your networking efforts is really going to help you grow your business, okay? So this was me over 5 years ago in the classroom, building a lot of relationships with a lot of different kiddos. Fast forward, 2018 is when I started my first business, Tiger Eye Solution. I did take a training program in the very beginning and earned a certification. I'm a certified virtual expert. And also re-niched in January of 2020 and started providing relationship management and follow-up services, which are very important. So relationship building is a really key piece to every business. And if you're just getting started, or maybe you have been in business for a while, but your network is not where you want it, let's have a conversation. And let me give you some tips on how to get your network where you want it for sure to help grow your business. Then in 2021, I decided to build a team after the pandemic hit, and I've seen so many professionals moving into the online space. I built a team for Tiger Eye Solution, and I currently have 11, including myself, virtual assistants on the Tiger Eye Solution team. We all kind of specialize in different areas, so it really is based on what type of needs or what type of assistance our clients actually need from us. If you want to know more about that as well, let's have a conversation. I'll be happy to share that with you as well. And this right here is my why. This is my family and our two new additions who are 7 months old, JP and Hattie. John Price and Hattie Joe are their names as my two grandbabies. I did have the opportunity to spend some time with them yesterday. It was super, super exciting and special to spend the whole day with them. They're growing so fast and doing so many new things. It's really great to see them growing. This is my family, my husband, Jeff, my children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa. Caleb and Abby are, of course, the parents of these beautiful twins. But this is why I get up and do what I do every single day, is my family. I want to support them. I want to be there for them in ways maybe that I wasn't able to be there for them in the past. During my teaching career, there are a lot of obligations you have to maintain being a teacher. So yeah, I decided to go out on my own and start building relationships in a new and different way and create my own schedule so that I can be there for my family when I am needed. So, and I'm sure you have a why as well, why you get up and do what you do every day, right? Why you started your business in the first place too, right? So we're going to talk a little bit more about that today. So what they think doesn't matter. Okay, so stop worrying about people who aren't worried about you. Okay, so what they think don't matter. It's what you think that matters. Okay, we want to have a thriving business, right? We know it will bring us time, freedom, and financial security. A couple of reasons why we started our business in the first place, right? Okay, so you want to be there for maybe your aging parents or your kids and their extracurricular activities, or your grandchildren like myself, or maybe the freedom to travel and see extended family that maybe you don't get to see on a frequent basis. So we know we want our business and we want it to be successful. But sometimes we let our doubts and fears get in the way, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. We don't want those doubt and fears to get in our way. We may start and stop and never get any traction, okay? And that can be painful at times, right? You're starting a new project and something comes up and you stop. It may be 2 to 3 weeks later before you get back to that. Sometimes that can be painful, especially if you had already set a specific deadline for that project to be done. Also, the starting and stopping can start a lot of gibberish in your head. All those little voices in your head. And that could cause you to start doubting yourself, in a way that's more exhausting and prevents you from being successful. Being successful is not X amount of dollars, that you earn. Being successful can also mean, the small things. And you need to celebrate those small things too. Just like I said, a specific project that you may be working on and you do have a deadline that you want that project done by. Okay, each little piece of that project as you complete it, celebrate that, because that's getting you one step closer to having your project complete, right? So that is a success, and that is going to help you be successful when you get that project totally completed, right? But success can be scary at times, right? And in some cases, we need to realize everything doesn't have to be perfect to maintain or to be successful, right? Because none of us are perfect, right? I don't think I've ever met any perfect entrepreneur or business owner, right? They've all made some type of mistakes along the way, and that's to be expected. We're all going to make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and I'm sure there's more mistakes in my future, when I'm working on things, and it's okay. You should always focus on what you can do today to improve XYZ or to improve that project you're working on, okay? Or what can I do today to tell one more person about my business, right? Sometimes it's the small things or the baby steps, if you will, that can create more success or your overall success, okay? So you don't need to try to go from 0 to 60 in one day, okay? Like the relationships I was talking about earlier. Yes, if you're trying to build your network, you do need to meet more people and start more relationships to build that network, right? But if you're at 0 right now, you don't have anybody in your network, you can't go from 0 to 60 people in one day. It just doesn't work like that, right? So you have to take it step by step and go to those networking events to meet new people to get up to that 60, right? So, it's a process, and we all have to realize it's a process. But going through that process and going through the different steps is going to get us to our ultimate goal and help us to be successful, right? And when you do this, your energy will shift. Okay, if you're not trying to go from 0 to 60 in one day and you're taking your time and going through the process, your energy will change. Okay, so you have to take on the mindset of taking those steps of what I can accomplish today to get me to where I want to be, right? And that can be totally energizing, which is great because, as you are accomplishing each one of those steps to get you to your ultimate goal, it's going to make you feel good, right? So you definitely want to take those each step, baby steps, if you want to call it that, right? To get to that energizing and exciting point, okay? And like I said before, celebrate each step as you complete each step. Each step is a small win, and small wins can get you to a big win. So you definitely want to have those small wins. You want to celebrate those small wins so that when you get to the ultimate goal, you can celebrate the big win. Okay? So it makes me wonder why more people don't take those steps to have the success they want. Okay? Especially when there's information everywhere about how to do so many things. It doesn't matter what type of project it is you're working on or what your ultimate goal is. You can always create or find the different steps to complete it because there's information everywhere. We have the worldwide internet at our fingertips and YouTube, right? YouTube's always got videos on just about any and everything you want to learn how to do. So I heard a great quote once. Stop worrying about people that aren't worried about you. That's what we're all doing. We are worried about what other people are thinking, and it's so simple to stop doing that. What is John Doe thinking about what I'm doing, about what I'm putting out there, about how successful I am or I am not? Who cares what John Doe thinks? It doesn't matter what John Doe thinks. What matters is how you're getting yourself to that successful goal that you want to reach, right? So stop being worried about what people are thinking. Just don't do that, okay? So if you are doing that, tell me in the comments. Happy Friday, Lachelle. So glad to have you here. Thank you for joining me. So tell me in the comments if that's something that you're doing. You're worried about all the John Does and what they think about you and what you're doing. How you're showing up for your business or what you're putting out on social media. Don't worry about all the John Does. Okay? How many of you are making important life choices based on the criteria of what other people think? That's a big one, right? Should we make important life choices or professional choices for that matter for our business based on what others think? No, absolutely not. Good point, Lachelle. Think about what others think does not end well. No, not at all. So just don't do that. Don't worry about what they think. You just keep going forward and accomplishing your small wins to get to your big win. Okay. So if a child came to you and was so excited because he decided he wants to be a firefighter when he grows up, because he enjoys it, okay? But his friend Bob doesn't think he will be good at it. His friend Bob doesn't think he'll be a good firefighter, okay? So your child becomes an accountant instead. Do you think he's going to be a successful accountant just because he took his friend Bob's advice and didn't become a firefighter because Bob thought he wasn't going to be a good firefighter? That is why some businesses fail, because some entrepreneurs are so busy worrying about what others think about what they're wearing, what they're saying, what they're doing, etc. All the things, that they don't become successful. Most entrepreneurs don't trust themselves. That's a big one. Let me say that again. Most entrepreneurs don't trust themselves. So they should focus more on finding someone to help them or guide them in the direction they want to go so that they can become successful. A piece of advice I once received was find someone that has accomplished what you want to accomplish. Find them, see if they can mentor you, etc. Whatever your need is at that point in time. And that could be very helpful. And quit worrying about all the Bobs out there that think that you're not going to be successful or that you're not going to be a good firefighter if that's something you're passionate about and something you want to do. Whatever your passion is, yes, you can achieve it. Yes, you can accomplish it if you put your mind to it. Mindset is really important, and you have to stay focused in that mindset as you are moving forward to becoming successful in whatever it is you choose to do. Whether you want to be a firefighter or you want to be something else, right? If you're a professional, if you're an entrepreneur, you want to be successful within your business, right? So you let the firefighter be a successful firefighter while you over here are going to be a successful professional and business owner and whatever type of business it is that you have. Yes, mindset is very much the key. Thank you for sharing that. So yeah, stay in your mindset. Don't let all that gibberish, overwhelm you or take over or whatever the case may be, because it's going to hold you back. It will hold you back. And don't think I'm not guilty. I am guilty just as much as the next person of letting that gibberish take over. Or sometimes, and even in the very beginning, yes, I was focused on what other people thought. She's crazy for starting her own business. She's not going to be successful. She's not going to be able to make this work. All those things going through my head. But I don't worry about that stuff no more. There's no point in worrying about that. Those are not my people. The people that think I can't be successful, those are not my people. So I focus on the people that are going to support me and the people that I want to support in whatever it is that they do. Robert and Lachelle, y'all are two of those people. So thank you for joining me today. And y'all do have successful businesses. What y'all do are very important. Y'all do something totally different than what I do. And yes, I'm going to support you in those whatever endeavors you choose to do within your business. That's where you need to stay focused. with those people that are going to support you or that you want to support, right? Those people that you know is going to be beneficial if they are in your network or in your sphere of friends, professional friends and personal friends. They can be both, right? So make sure you stay in the correct mindset. Don't let the gibberish take over, and don't worry about all the bobs out there that think you can't be successful. Okay? If you have any questions about anything I shared today, please post those in the comments. Thank you, Robert and Lachelle, for joining me live. If you are watching this later on the replay, please do use hashtag replay. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you'll be notified every time we go live. I want to wish everybody a happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you again next week.